Okay, today we're going to be looking at the Stucco Beach House, how to add floors to your plan. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, when you create a new floor, it's going to create a floor based on your walls on your first floor. So it's just going to create basically a duplicate of your first floor upstairs, and then we're going to modify that. So let's go ahead and get started. So here's what your plan should look like now with all the first floor walls and the room labels in. So let's go ahead and create a new folder. So you're just going to click on the build the new floor tool, and it's just going to say derive new second floor plan from first floor plan. And that's what we want to do. Essentially, it's just going to build walls on top of the existing walls. So you say okay. And here you go through and you can change any of these numbers for upstairs that you would like. And let's see if there is anything that they wanted us to change. Here it says just leave the floor to default. You could also create a blank second floor. So there's nothing in the second floor that we need to change at all. So we'll just go ahead and go back here and just say okay. And now plan here really doesn't look any different. But if we do take a picture of it outside now, you can see it is 2 floors tall. The level of this is actually 2 floors. And so we'll go ahead and leave this open because as we change some things, we'll come back to this picture. So now, once this is taken, you'll notice right up here, you're on the second floor right here. If you want to go back down to the first floor, here's our first floor, and you can go back up to the second floor right here. That's how you navigate from level to level. And right over here is the reference display. So when you turn this reference floor display on, this is showing you the walls that are downstairs. So it's showing where the walls are at downstairs, and you have the ability to turn that on and off. But for this next step, we're going to leave it on because we want to know where those walls are at downstairs. So now going back to the user's manual here, we are going to merge some walls into one. And so we're just going to take this wall and move it from here down to here, and it's going to merge this whole back wall as one wall. So now if I go ahead and do that, you just simply select on the wall and then drag it down, and it will kind of snap into place once you're in line with the rest of the wall. And now notice that has become all one wall down there. On the or upstairs in the second floor. So now to show you that, I'll go back here to this I'll stay on this level and go back to this camera view. And now if I turn this around, this is the wall that we just moved. We moved it upstairs from here over to here. So right now we don't have any roof structure over this part of the house sticking out. So if I go back to here, you can see that right here, and here's the part. This is going to be the kitchen later, and this is the part that sticks out. Now back to the user's manual, they are going to show you this layout. This is what you want to create, and it's really not as confusing as it looks. You move this wall down, and then you're going to move this wall from here over in line with this wall right here, and you're going to move this wall in line with this wall right here. So let's go ahead and go do that. So I'm just going to take this wall right here, click on it, and drag it up until it snaps into place there. And then I'm going to do the same with this wall and move it until it snaps over into place here. Now it's really important that it snaps, because when it does snap, it is going to build this wall right over the top of the wall that's downstairs. If your walls do not line up from the first floor to the second floor, that would create some structural instability, and you'd want to stay away from that. So now if we go back here, now we have all of our walls in the correct place. And let's just go back and take a look at this overview, and you'll be able to see now here's where the garage was, and I moved these 2 walls in. So now we are all set here. I think we're ready to go ahead and do the rest of this. Now, if you take a look at the owner's manual, and please read through the owner's manual, they'll tell you exactly how to do all of this. But now we are going to create a bump out right here. I'll call it a bump out. So we need to break the wall here and here. And then we need to go ahead and set these dimensions. So let's go back to here, and we are just going to use the wall break, and we're going to break it about here and about here. And what that allows us to do then is we just broke the wall up, so now we have 3 pieces of wall here instead of 1 wall, and that allows us to move this wall out here a little ways. And now I'll zoom in there a little bit, and now we're going to go ahead and build our exterior wall out to these. So now you can see the exterior walls, we just have a bump out. So now let's go ahead and use the auto dimension tool. And here's the auto dimension, and I need to go ahead and make sure that these dimensions are exactly in line with the dimensions on the plan here. So the first one, we need to bump it out 2 feet, and then the first one is down here 4 feet. So let's go take a look. And oh, I got really lucky here. When I moved it out, it went out exactly 2 feet. So I don't need to move that, but I do need to make this one exactly 4 feet. And it looks like I'm extremely close there as well. Now, again, just like you adjusted your exterior walls, select the wall that you want to move. We want to move this wall, and then we can select on the dimension that we want to change. And in this case, I'm going to make this 4 feet. And now we're 2 feet out and 4 feet down. Let's go and find out the dimension of this length of the bump out there. It's supposed to be 12'6". So we will go ahead and we want to move this wall. So this is 12 feet 6 inches, and you don't need to put the little double apostrophe behind the 6 inches, as the inch is the default. So 12'6", and simply press enter and it will make that 12'6". Now the rest of this, you have to break the wall here and here and bump this inward. You need to break the wall here and here and bump this out, and then do one more wall break right here and bump this one out. So let's go ahead and do those wall breaks, and I'm not going to do the whole thing for you, but at least so you can get an idea of where we're going here. Let me go there, and I need to bump this one in right at about the garage, it looks like. So I will go ahead and break the wall about here, here, and then I need a wall break over on this side about here and here. And finally, up here I need one wall break. And now again, that allows you then to go in and click just on that section of the wall and move that inward a little ways. And then you can go ahead and add your walls back. And if you do this right, see the little dashed line? That's your stucco siding. That should remain on the outside edge of the wall the whole time. And we'll go over here and pull this wall out as well. And this wall here out as well. And then we'll go ahead and add some walls back. And this one back to here. And then all you have to do is re-hit the auto dimension and get all these dimensions for the 3 edits that you just did exactly right on the way I demonstrated over here. And after you get this done, now again, get the dimensions perfect, but then we're going to skip down. I'm just going to show you how to go ahead and add the basement. To add the foundation or basement, notice they do want you to make one change, and that's under the minimum stem wall height. We're going to change that to 100 inches. So we're going to click on the build floor and then build foundation. So we are going to go back to the first floor, And let's go ahead and turn the reference walls off. And let's go up here and build foundation. Under the stem walls, the minimum height, mine's already at 100. If yours is not at 100, make sure you change this number. And you can see here it's going to foundation, walls, and footings. So it's going to build the walls and the footings. It's going to put in a 4-inch slab down in the basement. The default wall thickness are concrete walls 8 inches thick. The minimum height for the stem wall will be 100 inches. The basement ceiling height will be 96 inches or 8 feet. The garage floor stem wall top will be 12 inches above grade, and the minimum garage height will be 24 inches, including the sill plate. And all these numbers here correspond as well. So you can change anything about your basement or the concrete foundation that you're putting in by changing these numbers. So let's go ahead and say OK. And derive foundation from the first floor plan, we'll say OK. And now we are looking at your basement. And now if we go back to this full camera, and now you can see the basement has been added here below the 2 floors of our regular storied house. Under the garage here, it's not a full basement. This is just a pad, a concrete pad to set the concrete or the walls for the garage on. But you can see under the rest of the house will be a full height basement under the rest of the house. So that is what your house should look like now once you add the walls and add the levels. And if we go back here to the owner's manual, then the next thing that we'll be ready for is to build a deck out on top of the garage. Just make sure you follow the instructions here and make sure you use the straight railing and not the deck railing tool when you are doing those, when you're adding these walls out here for the deck. And this will make sure that your walls are aligning with the walls down below them, this little tool which is at the bottom. And then you'll go in and edit the thickness, the wall thickness to 8 1/8. So just real quick on here, I'm going to go back up to the first floor here or go back up to the second floor. I'm going to turn on these, and then your walls, you will use straight railing walls, this one right here, to create your railing, not the deck railing. So just use straight railing, and then you're just going to build walls out and around your garage area here, and they'll put a deck up on top of your garage. Good luck, and now you'll have several levels, 3 different levels of your house.